Well, most of the country has moved on from the November 3rd election and has accepted that Joe Biden was elected to become the 46th president of the United States. That's even among the vast majority of people who voted for Trump. They accept the results. However, Trump still is making a fruitless attempt in the courts to try and overturn the election or muddy the waters, probably to get more people to contribute to whatever scam he's trying to create, or for his 2024 campaign, if that ever happens. His niece doesn't seem to think that's ever going to happen. But whatever the reason. But here, Pennsylvania Supreme Court rejects Trump campaign to claim that Republicans lacked access to Philly vote count. And of course, that's a bunch of BS, because they always have election observers and stuff. So Trump is pretty much 0 or 1, maybe that one case, which was already implemented anyway. I think it was that one that Alito ruled on. That might be a quote-unquote victory. That might have been the only victory that Trump has had. But it's like 25 lawsuits, and he's lost all but that one. But they're still, fanning the flames and trying to stir up a bunch of shit. And then it doesn't help that these televangelists are going around and parroting this nonsense that that Biden wasn't legitimately elected, that Venezuela stole the election, or whatever the hell. It's just ridiculous stuff. An outfit called Dominion, and they're claiming they committed fraud. It's all a bunch of BS. These people are not just sore losers, but they're dangerous. They're completely dangerous, especially these religious types like Pat Robertson and, yes, Jim Baker. He's still blathering and having his guests like this William Koenig character on there and trying to cast doubt on the election results. And it's really dirty. They know better. They know better than to lie to the gullible. And they're doing it, of course, to get more money, for their coffers. So one of the things that Biden needs to do is that he needs to put teeth in that Johnson amendment again, so that there's not this blathering going on by these right-wing preachers about politics while still getting tax exemptions. I mean, they can still blather about politics. Preachers have always done that, but they just can't use their pulpits. They just can't use tax-exempt organizations to do this stuff. And I'm not answering that stupid phone. So anyway, that's one thing that he should do. But I've been taking to copying and pasting. When I see this kind of stuff, like on YouTube and stuff, about trying to subvert the election or claim that it's fraud or whatever this thing, I try and copy and paste the 18 U.S. Code, Section 2384, which is called Seditious Conspiracy. And I think that it's really important that that needs to be put in any YouTube channel, especially by these religious right fruitcakes, when they allow comments. And just let them know, this is what it says: if 2 or more persons in any state or territory or in any place subject to the jurisdiction of the United States conspire to overthrow, put down, or destroy by force the government of the United States, or to levy war against them, or to oppose by force the authority thereof, or by force to prevent, hinder, or delay the execution of any law in the United States, or by force to seize, take, or possess any property of the United States, contrary to the authority thereof, They shall each be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 20 years or both. And it says the legislative history here. But yeah, what they're advocating sedition. Now, when people were upset over the election, or rather the Bush versus Gore decision, or the hanky-panky surrounding Bush's re-election in 2004 and Ohio and all those quote-unquote irregularities there, and 2016 with, again, the quote-unquote irregularities in Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, nobody was calling for the overthrow of either Bush or Trump. Nobody was calling for that. Nobody of any, at least of any consequences. Any consequence because of this. Because of this statute. But here we have these religious right nuts who are not only violating the letter of the Johnson Amendment. It doesn't matter what Trump said to the IRS. They violated it. But they're doing this stuff too. They're advocating for sedition. And it needs to be pointed out to them. They need to cool it. And of course, these Proud Boys guys and the Stop the Steal and all those other outfits are really, they're bordering on terrorism, if not outright terrorism. Definitely sedition. And it just needs to stop. And I don't know if Biden's going to take it that seriously, but it needs to be taken that seriously. Because if he can't, what he can't understand is that these people are brainwashed. They're thoroughly brainwashed. The leaders of these groups, they know full well what they're doing. They're making tons of money off of this stuff. But the mistake would be to think that you could reach across the aisle with these people, and you can't. But anyway, I thought I would, for my duty today, would be to put up this statute, and I suggest everybody copy and paste it. When you see somebody like a Lance Wallnau who's still peddling this crap that the election was rigged, or Pat Robertson's CBN, or any of these other sites, they need to have this put on there. Because it's not acceptable. It's not okay to do that.